You gonna sleep in, Steve? All right, no problem. Rex and I got this. You ready, Rex? Meet the day. Meet the day. And a little cyclonic spin there, and a sudden halt. Is it raining very hard? Not raining that hard. Not raining at all. Matter of fact, blue sky. What a variety of cloud. Low clouds. Let's see, they're coming in from the south. Well, that means it's going to get a lot colder, right? There are freeze warnings in effect, I think mostly for tonight, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. We have this giant washing machine of a storm centered over the Great Lakes. Spokes of energy rotating around, inches of rain up and down the coast, right into Dudley, Massachusetts, coming in with more than an inch. I don't think that was in the forecast from yesterday. Like I said, these high-resolution models trying to tell us how much rain and where, almost like throwing darts. It was a fascinating weather day yesterday. A little tiny cell would go by you, and all of a sudden there'd be hundreds of thousands of fat raindrops, and one town could get an inch of rain, town over will get nothing. I don't know how much we got yet. Let's go check it out. It's mostly done raining, I think, for southern New England. I haven't really talked about that sundial much, but I'm pretty proud of how the water just sets in there, head tipped over, and I leveled it. Me and Danny leveled it. And look at that perfect level. Water knows the real level. So yeah, all these reports of inches of rain here and there. Well, not here. We got 0.25. So a quarter of inch of rain. So an underachiever at my house. No problem. I think, the drought should be pretty much canceled just about everywhere. So yesterday they were taking out the mooring balls, and they're going to put in, I think, what's called winter sticks. And I just happen to have one of those sitting here. Talked about that yesterday. More on that in a few minutes. So this huge whirlpool washing machine of a weather system over the northern Great Lakes is just going to slowly lift out over the next 2 days. Today's the 6th day in a row we've had that upper level low. And near Michigan, Upper Peninsula, near Ironwood, 18 inches of snow near Guile and still going. National Weather Service page in Marquette, Michigan. A kaleidoscope of colors. Storm warnings, winter storm warnings, lake flood warnings, high wind warnings. What? No thunderstorm warnings? Actually, thunderstorms this morning on the coast of Maine. For a lot of New England, we're just going to get sort of the easing of this upper level low lifting out, and gradually the wind will be increasing from the southwest, and colder air will come in up high in the sky. But even on Mount Washington, it's raining this morning. I think it will get cold enough for snow in about 24 hours, but mostly drying out. Meanwhile, eastern Maine still due another few inches of rain. As for the Boston area, we have increasing sunshine for today, I think. We're running out of moisture for this system. Dew point's still near 60, so this morning we'll see drying and increasing sunshine, and then a couple of beautiful days, Wednesday, Thursday. Gusty wind from the southwest. I haven't talked about isobars too much, so very few isobars over us today. And then as the low moves north into Canada and weekends, we do get a few isobars, and that cooler air is going to come at us from the southwest. I do not think I'm going to have a frost this week, so my tender vegetation will be okay. You'll be all right. And you'll be in a salad tonight. And what else? Oh, yeah, surf is still up, 3 foot 10 seconds. And look at the wave caught by JP and Long Beach on the south side of Long Island yesterday. Barrels. Kind of mystified why there's surf, but it's still here, and it's supposed to be here for the next several days. With a wind from the southwest, 20 to 25, gusting 20 to 25. That's an offshore wind if you want to go to the outside of Massachusetts, east-facing shores. It'll be bigger in Rhode Island, but that'll be an onshore wind. And ski weather has to wait. Quick look at the snowfall plot. Wow. Ontario getting nailed north of Lake Michigan. Otherwise, just lake effect snows here in the eastern part of the country. But in the west, snow comes in, and then you can make it You make it out as it tracks well north into central Canada. So coast to coast snow for Canada. Perfect time of the year for that in October. Bring it down here in November. It's more like probably cold enough for snow guns to come on this week. Maybe Killington starts in earnest. All right, I'll leave you with the sights and sounds around here yesterday. All the crew from Wessagusset pulling out the mooring balls with a fascinating sky. And then my encounter, there was a rafter of 19 turkeys up on the hill, but I didn't have my phone. But then 3 toms showed up in the yard, and they didn't even attack me. Before we look at the mooring balls and the turkeys, let's look at this morning rainbow. I just sat down to start editing out the door, and I had to come back out the door. Rare treat. Looking toward Everett, over Quincy, and then back down, was over into Braintree a second ago. Morning rainbow. Watch out for the sailboat. Oh no. I guess it's got reverse. Gorgeous sky waves. There's always wind up in the sky, and it undulates, especially when there's some shear. Wind up in the sky from the southwest, wind near the ground from, oh, there is no wind near the ground, so that's automatic shear. Pretty sure this thing I found on the beach a while back is a winter marker, or stick, whatever you call it. Looks like there's some writing on there. Can't read it though. Anyhow, I got one if anyone needs it. Looks like some fish right off the port side. See that fuzz in the water? Great cloud day. Watching the waves over Hull. Waves in the sky, waves in the water. Sure enough, 3 to 4 feet, 10 to 11 seconds today. It's the day of the turkeys. I just saw a bunch of small turkeys up there, but now we got 3 toms in the yard. Don't see that very often. What are those guys up to? You don't want to mess with them. Should let T-Rex out to see what would happen. Nobody move. Nobody gets hurt. I saw a rafter of 19 turkeys up on the hill, but they were just regular turkeys. These are tom turkeys. The kind you don't really mess with, I don't think. The big boys. Like a gang. Headed for the garden. By the way, we're having a really fun day weather-wise here. There goes a pretty good rain shower north of Austin. Janet says I should chase them and try and make them fly. Can you do that and still live? Oh, here comes the sun. Huh. Why did the toms cross the street? To get away from the Tim. They're all yours now, Jerry. Can you see him? Wow, almost a little bit squally coming through here. Is this the real cold front, or is it a warm front, or is it a triple point? Yes, yes, and yes. The sun's trying to come out too. Yes. Anything but boring today. Look at the sun shining over there in Hull. What a cloud. No rainbow though. Still got a short time to go. It's the same upper level low that's been impacting the weather from the Great Lakes to the east since the middle of last week.